Hello students, so I am back with another video for class 11th on poetic devices. In my previous video we have already done first two poems. Okay, now we are starting with our third poem, Poetic Devices. Especially this poem is taken for poetic devices, and first of all I hope that you all might have watched that video where we discussed all the 11 poetic devices. Okay, though it's not that we are having only 11 poetic devices, but these 11 I chose keeping in view class 11th and 12th. So these are the actually popular poetic devices. There are many others also, but I had taken popular poetic devices only. So first two poems we have already discussed, and if you have not watched that video on poetic devices, please watch that so that you understand these poems more clearly. Okay, so let's start with our third poem, The Voice of the Rain. So when we come to this poem, first of all we can say there is metaphor used. Okay, metaphor used in the first line. We can say from the beginning only, not first line, but from the beginning only we get to know this is metaphor. Like third line, I am the poem of the earth. This is actually the first time when rain answered to the poet. Okay, so this is I am the poem of the earth. So I am the poem of the earth. Who says? Rain says, and rain doesn't say that I am like poem of the earth. Okay, though this is comparison with the poetry. Okay, but this comparison is without any word of like as or like. These two words, okay, are not used, but even then comparison is there. So this means this is metaphor. I am the poem of the earth. The next thing is alliteration. So we have here examples of alliteration also. So alliteration, first line, said I to the soft falling shower. Said, S is there. Soft, S is there. Shower, S is there. Okay, so this way sound of S is repeated. So we know whenever some sound is repeated, it means this is alliteration. Then we come to fourth line, whence vaguely formed. Okay, fifth line, sorry. We come to this fifth line, whence vaguely. Okay, so this sound is repeated. Though in one word this is W, in the other vaguely V, but alliteration means when sound is repeated. Okay, so the sound is W and V, the sound is same, and that's why we will say this is again one example of alliteration. Then we come to next, here imagery is also used. Okay, imagery is used. So first of all we can say that in title itself, okay, imagery is used. The voice of the rain. Okay, this word voice is used. It means you are to now make a image in your mind only, that in what way the rain is falling down. Okay, very softly the rain is falling down. Maybe that's why it is creating very sweet voice. You are feeling very good when rain is falling. You are watching the rain. So this image is created, okay, with this word voice, because actually through the voice what the poet is trying to say, soft falling drops. This is actually maybe he's trying to hint at softness of the rain. So that's why voice is used here. So this way we can say imagery is used, because in the end also it says in the poem it says poem of the earth. I'm the poem of the earth. When poem of the earth means very sweet voice, soft voice is given to the rain. Okay, poem of the earth. Poem means softness is there in the rain. When rain is falling down, it's not that this is disturbing your ears. No, rather maybe it is very pleasant to hear the sound of the rain. So this way this image, a whole image is created. When you read these lines, you can visualize that rain. Okay, so that's why we say this is image is there, imagery is used. One more thing here is used, that is hyperbole. Okay, now what is hyperbole? though I'm repeating. Okay, what is hyperbole? You haven't watched that video maybe. Hyperbole is when exaggerations are used. Okay, certain thing is exaggerated. Okay, we go out of proportion sometime. This is hyperbole. Now in what way here, where hyperbole is, when we say bottomless sea. Okay, so bottomless sea in the fifth line is there. So this is example of hyperbole. Okay, exaggeration is there. Rain says, I come back. Okay, and first of all, I just rise impalpable from the bottomless sea. Sea which is bottomless, which is very deep. Okay, so this kind of exaggeration is used. Okay, so this way we can say here metaphor is used, alliteration is used, imagery is there, and then hyperbole is there. So these major 4 poetic devices are there in the voice of the rain. Now we come to the next poem, your last poem, that is childhood. Okay, now in childhood, first of all, repetition is there. Okay, refrain is there. Now in what way repetition, refrain is there? When some phrase, the full phrase is repeated. Okay, sometimes words are repeated, sometimes full phrase is repeated, then we say this is refrain or repetition. So naturally this is repeated, was that the day, was that the day, was that the day, 3 times. Okay, so it means repetition is there. Then we say there is alliteration also. Okay, again sound is repeated. Okay, alliteration also. My mind. Okay, if you come to we can say third paragraph, so it is given in the second line, my mind was really mine, so M sound is repeated. Okay, or we can say then there is whichever way. Okay, whichever way, sound of W is repeated. Then that day, sound of T is repeated. So this way alliteration is there. Then we would say personification is there. Okay, here personification is also there. Now he says, when did my childhood go? Where did my childhood go? Okay, childhood is actually not a person who can go somewhere. But even then, he's asking, when did my childhood go? Where did my childhood go? It means this childhood is actually personified. So this way we can say personification is there. I think you are clear. One more poetic device is there, that is antithesis. Now antithesis is where when we use 2 opposite ideas, and these 2 opposite ideas are put together, okay, to give we can say a large meaning. Okay, to give elaborate meaning. 2 opposite ideas are put together. Now here, hell and heaven, third line, hell and heaven, these are 2 opposite, okay, things, 2 opposite places. But even then, these 2 opposite are used together. So if suppose you get these 3 lines of first para and you are asked what poetic device is used, so you can say here, or sometimes they may even say that what is named the poetic device in third line. Okay, this also they may say. It's not that they will be asking only that what poetic device is used. Sometimes they would ask from that one particular line that in the third line what poetic device is used, then you will be saying that here antithesis is used because hell and heaven are 2 opposite ideas but they are put together. Okay, so this way how many poetic devices are used in this poem? One is repetition, then there is alliteration, then there is personification, and then there is 4th one is antithesis. Okay, I hope now we have done all the 4 poems with the poetic devices, and I think you must have understood. Okay, if not wholly, fully, but even then, we can say you might have understood something. And my only advice is go through these videos again and again, 2-3 times. Okay, especially that video of poetic device where we have discuss 11 poetic devices, because this question is not only important for 11th class. This is actually one of the most important questions, okay, of RTC in class 12th also. So if you are preparing yourself, in 11th class for poetic devices, actually you are preparing yourself for 12th also. So I hope you will watch these videos sincerely, honestly, watch full videos so that you understand each and everything. Sometimes what happens that maybe first 2-3 minutes you watch and you feel, okay, I understand everything. But actually this way you are fooling yourself. You do not understand. You are still children. You need to concentrate. So watch the videos, full videos, so that you get good marks. Thank you.